Hi, welcome to this video on multiplying rational numbers. We're just going to focus today on decimals. So I have this example here where I'm multiplying -1 and 4/10 times 2. So when I set up a problem like this, I'm going to stack it, and I'm going to put the first number on top here, and then I'm going to put the 2. And when I put the 2, when I'm multiplying decimals, I don't have to line up decimals. I can just write them as numbers, and I'm going to multiply these. So when I multiply 2 times 4, and then 2 times 1, and I get this answer. Now, okay, I brought the decimal. I see I automatically just put the decimal there. I wasn't even remembering that I was teaching you something. So the reason why I only go in one decimal place is because in the problem, when you multiply decimals, you just count the number of numbers that are behind the decimal place. So since there's only one number behind the decimal place, that means I only have to go in one decimal place. Now, let's go back. So I just jumped right into multiplying, but here's an important fact. I should have considered the fact that whether or not my answer is going to be a positive or negative. And since the signs are different, the answer is negative. So when you multiply a negative times a positive, your answer is negative. That means this decimal value, is 2.8, is going to be negative. So now let's look at this other example. So now I have 5/10 times -1 and 4/10. So again, I stack the numbers and I line them up. I could have put the 1 and 4/10 on top since there's 0 here, but I stacked them in order. So I'm going to change the order because you're going to see when I go to do this, it's going to be weird if I have it this way. But let's go back. So since these two are different signs, the answer will be negative again. Now I'm going to try to multiply. When I try to multiply and I stack it this way, 4 times 5 is 20, and then I'm going to have this 2 here over the 0. Now, I know that I can keep multiplying. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 20, but a lot of times when we carry over the 0, it's confusing. So I'm going to go back, and so now I changed it. I put the larger value on top and the smaller value on the bottom. So now I'm going to multiply. So 5 times 4 is 20. And then 5 times 1 is 5, plus 2 is 7. So that's how you multiply, right? Carry. Now, in this case, since this is tenths and this is in tenths, tenths times tenths is hundredths. That means I'm actually in the hundredths place here. So I'm going to move the decimal 1, 2. And so this isn't just 7. This is 0.70 or 0.7. So let's look at this problem. Now I have -7 and 8/10 times -2 and 1/10. Since they're both negative, when the sign's the same, my answer will be positive. So I'm just going to write a positive here before I start solving. And now I'm going to solve this problem. So I stack them again. They're the same length, so it didn't matter which one was on top. And I'm going to multiply. So I multiply 1 times 8, then 1 times 7. And then when I come down to the next level, remember I add a 0 because I'm moving my place value. So now I've moved over. So 2 times 8 is 16. Carry the 1. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15. And then 8. This is 13. I'm adding down. This is 16. Now, decimal places. Again, since I have 2 numbers behind the decimal, I go in 1, 2 decimal places. So then my answer is positive 16.38. So I've already typed in that answer and moved on. But that's essentially how you multiply positive and negative decimals. You just first consider what the sign will be of the answer, and then when you multiply them, you use the traditional multiplication algorithm where you just stack your numbers and carry. Thanks.